Hey everyone, welcome back to Chill Gaming. This is the Let's Play Desynced Part 3. Last time we left off and we just done the very basics of our factory, etc. And I was saying that how do we replicate these buildings? Now, from my understanding, you can press C on a building and then you can do V and you can paste however many you want. So I'm probably going to do another one of these. How are we doing for ore? No, I can't do those yet. I need to build another miner. And obviously we've got surplus in there. So to build one of those we need 5 circuits and one of those these things. I think we might better build one. Let's try one of them. Because that needs, what does that need now? That needs 6 chunks and 2 of those reinforced. So we've got plenty of reinforced. And the chunks are down here, so we've got plenty of those coming up. We're soon going to need a miner for these as well. So what we'll do is we'll get another bot going. And that's produced 10 of those, so we've got more than enough of those. We need to do another miner. So if I do 2 of those, that'll give us a bit of surplus. I mean, we haven't got one in here, have we? No. See if we can gear up the production so we can get them all going in earnest. We've got nothing in there. How are these doing? The other thing I'm thinking of doing is building. Oh, it's done in the fabricator, isn't it? I'll show you when I get building up, but you can get these metal plates or whatever they call them here, these things, and we can put them across so it looks a bit better. But it's just all cosmetic-y stuff. Right, so we've built one of them. We should now be able to build another dashbot. So let's build one of those. Okay, you have to forgive me if I suddenly jump. You know, it's like pauses and unpauses. Sometimes it's because I'm waiting for something to be built, and other times I've got Maine Coon kittens here that they're so young, they're only like a few days old, so I have to keep getting up when I hear them because I don't want to be laid on, etc. as cats seem to do. But anyway, right, let's get back to this and stick one of these miners on there. Now if I press the same trick, C, and then do V on this, it should now instantly go over there. Well, so it's telling it to, but it's not. So if I move it here, will it just automatically go? Right, let's do it again. So that one's been told to mine there, and we do C and V. There you go. Has to be near the ores to mine. Now that's going to do exactly the same. Now hopefully we will start to get, so it's still saying we're not producing enough ore. So let's see, have I got enough to build another one? Let's do another one of these. We've already got, oh we haven't actually, where has that gone? Oh, so we've got the same miner in there. We've got enough circuits. So if I have 4 miners, each chomping away at this ore, hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get more surplus. It's saying we've got it now, but have we? The minute they start dumping it in here, you know we have. So, this takes so long to make, don't they? Right, okay. We'll wait for this bit to be built and then we'll start producing another dashbot. Okay, right, so we produced the first dashbot, the second's in the oven. So this first one I'm going to go and stick this miner on. Move it over here. Do C. And then V. Right, we've now building up stacks of these, which is exactly what we want. We want more ore sitting in here, so we can then build up these that produced a lot of the components we need. At the moment, it's telling us we haven't got enough metal plates being produced, yet we've got 2 stacks sitting in storage. Interesting. Okay. So right, what I'm going to do now, that one's going to be just an ordinary bot that's going to run around here, ferrying stuff about. A gopher. Right, so what I'm going to do here, because we're now producing, we're probably not getting enough metal ores, so if I do, I'm first of all going to make a factory down here, a single one, small one. I want 2 gaps, so there's going to be buildings here, then I need 2 gaps, and then I can start my factories. So I want to stick this one here, and what that's going to produce is it's going to make these fabricators. And then the one next to it, when I eventually build it, will be one of these. It will make the assemblers, I think they're called. Yeah, these things. Assemblers. That one's making plates. And then next to that, we'll make circuits. But I might swap them around and have all the factories produced on the first 3 that we can produce, and then move it on. Right, so let's grab this one in storage, stick it on there. I'll show you what was. This is its foundation plate, so we could make a stack of these and then just tell it to lay a load of foundations at some point. But I want to get these built first, so we're going to say that infinitum. It's automatically going to use its storage, so you'll have 3 sitting in here. That will give us a buffer, so as I build these, there'd automatically be 2 sitting in here that can be put straight across. We don't need the assembler at the moment. I need to make more of these, I think. See, they are building up nicely. So if I do, what I might do is build another one of these, so we've got 4, and then delete this one because that's a single, and then put a double in its place at some point. So if I do C, V, and let them get producing. So all the ore is still being used. So we really need to, because Harry can tell also, not only by this, they will collect from the miners themselves, because they're so desperate for the ore. When they're collecting from this and it's full, you then know it's fine. So what are we missing there? Plates, okay, circuit boards. So let's make some circuits. Say 6. And then get them producing, and then we can start the ball on this. There we go, this is now almost built, and it's automatically set. So now we're going to need even more ore, and this should start ramping up on here now, which will then give this oversupply. And then when that fills, this then stops, and then this all completely builds up. I'm going to leave that factory there, the single one, for now, until I need another one, then I'll delete it and make another one. This is starting to build up, which is great. It's probably because the chain stopped. This thing here was making the reinforced plates, which needed the metal plates, and the metal plates needed the metal bars, and the metal bars needed the ore. So, because one stopped, it's stopped the need, so the minute this starts again, it'll probably use all of these up, but hopefully there'll be a buffer in these by that time. Right, let's build. What do we need for these? Another couple of singles, so we need 20 plates. I need to get the circuits going, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a gap here. Oh, hang on. I'm going to leave a gap. It's hard to see where it is because it's got a slanted edge. There you go, it's that way I want it. So I'm going to leave a gap there for the next factory. Really, I need another 2. So if I put one down here, get that built. I've got an assembler sitting in there. and we'll start the production line for circuits. And then once the circuits are full, we then can build the next factory, because that would replenish this. Hopefully Bob's your uncle, and it works well. Right, so now we grab this assembler, stick it on there. Did that go on? Yeah. Tell that to produce circuits for now. Okay, now this will fill up too as well, like this one. That one's got 3 fabricators sitting in it, ready for the next build. As you can see, we're running out of ore still, so I really need to make another 2 of these. You need so many of them, and the other one's doing well on its own, the single one. But are these all? These are all dashbots. That's a scout, so the scout always carries more. But we needed better mining drills, but unfortunately that's further down the production line. So we've got 2 sitting in there and 3 sitting in there. Okay, right. Let's see what I need to produce these. So I need to make another assembler, which is made in this. A robotic arm, sorry. That requires 5, so I'm going to make one of them. Let that get going, and while that's building I'm going to put another one of these down. There. And that one's going to go where the robotic arm is going to be. And that's going to make those plates that take forever to make. 30 seconds or whatever. It's just the very basics of the production line or mall is what this is going to be, and then we'll change as we get going. Once we get the main, these all full and sorted out, and this full. But what these will do, they will help us build the dashbots. Right, so we grab the robotic arm, stick it on there, and tell that we want to build those energized plates. Now we'll have 2 stacks of those in time, but that's going to eat. That needs reinforced plates, 10 of. So now you can see this stock has run dry. So we'll probably end up getting to the point this will run out and be forever behind, because that's eaten them all. And the only way around that is to turn this off, let that build up to a full 2 stacks, then turn it back on again. At which point it'll find it easier. But we'll see how it's going to work, because it's saying here we're producing enough for the supply, but we're not getting enough metal plates or ore. So yeah, so we'll let this build up a few in here, and then we'll build another dashbot. But while we're waiting for that, I'm going to build another 2 mining beams, so we're ready for it. And I'm going to grab this scout for now, tell it to stop doing its thing. I want it to come down here, and I'm going to specific amount, I'm going to drag it to 1. But then how you do it is you have to click on this icon to drag it to it, otherwise it won't drag them all out. Now there should be 1 sitting in there, and I'm going to go to this explorable and get whatever the hell's in it.
The technology in this structure is highly compatible with our own. Investigating more of these structures would advance our own technology.
Cool. Right, take all.
These data cubes have extremely dense data clusters. It seems, right now, we can only access surface level data. If we can recover more of these cubes, we can gain greater knowledge of this world. With a sufficient amount, it will help us unlock gateway technology.
Okay, and gateway technology is this one here, and it needs 5 of those cubes. You see them on there, these things. Obviously these it needs, as you see, 20 of those and the coil wire. And to get 5 of those, you basically explore more. And if you only get 5, we've already got 2 from that one, so I'm going to stick those in there. And stick those ones over here, and tell that to go back. Now what you will see here Actually, we'll do it on this one. I'm not going to actually make these yet, but if I click that, oh, it can't be made on that one. But if I click this one, I'm going to make one of these, a deconstructor. Because what that will do is it goes on a small slot, so it could fit on a dashboard like this one here. And then I could click that to disassemble this building here, or anything. It just disassembles them to their components, and then leaves it on the ground, the components, and then your worker bots or gophers pick it all up and move it about. So right, so the stacks came out of those, which is nice. The stacks building of those, we've now got 3 of those. Oh nice, we've almost got a full stack of metal bars, so this is working. This isn't, so what we need to do now is grab another factory from here and stick it on there. And then tell that you want to make that. You can drag, you see, if you've got one already making something, just drag it. And it now will make 2. This will eat more of these, but it should build this up, which then supplies the rest of them. Now what I want to do is go back into this and make another dashbot. What I'm going to do actually is that dashboard there, I'm going to move this onto, if it'll do it. Oh, he's going about, hang on. Right, there you go, so now he will be able to deconstruct it. So if I do control 1, is that? Oh, I don't know what it is. There's a control routine you can do that groups them. I'll have to look at the keyboard shortcuts. So if I tell him to go here, and I want to deconstruct that. So you click it and it says it's telling him you want to deconstruct it. Now he's either going to go straight to it, or he's going to prioritise collecting things. So what you do is you turn it off and move him over here. There you go, he's now deconstructing it. And then turn that back on again, and he'll pick stuff up. Now there isn't anything dropped. I don't know if you get random items out of them if you take them, but these will drop some of the components used to build it, or all of them. Right, our dashboard's been built, so I want to stick another miner on it. Move that over here like we did before. Press C, then V onto it, and there you go, it's going away to do all of this. Right, we're still not producing enough metal plates. Are being used. Right, so I need to now build. I'm not going to copy and paste this one because I don't want to have two more put on here. Mind you, I suppose I could. I'll just disable one of the factories because it might take too much out of these and then make this short again. You're constantly battling it. Right, it's now time to build another one of these. Because what are we missing actually? Let's have a look here. So we need to produce power fields, lights. Well, I don't not really need them, but I suppose we could produce those. And they are right. They consume crystals to give you power, which isn't ideal. But we'll do the research soon. It gives us a small solar. So if we build. So that produced an assembler, so that's going to be another one of the medium buildings. So if we stick another one of these here, now we'll see what we're going to run out of. It's saying that we're using a lot of metal bars, so if we disable one of those, we're producing enough metal plates now, enough ore, but we're still using a lot of iron bars and crystal chunks we're getting low on, so well, obviously we're getting very low on them. I don't know whether this is actually the complete consumption. It's understanding all of this really, but Yeah, so we'll just see how it goes, see if it builds. We're still not having enough here. So what I'm going to do now, right, that's done. We'll now build another assembler. I'll have to soon start putting a factory here for those. As a matter of fact, I might do it now. There you go. We let these build, and then what we'll do is start this producing the poles, because the poles are used to extend our power out, which will make life a lot easier. See, these buildings do not feed the reinforced plates. Right, stick that on there. And tell that you want to produce those. And then what that will do is just fill up 2 of these, so we always have 2 sitting there. Here comes 1. There you go, and we stick that one over to this. You just drag and drop. And tell that we want to produce the small power field. And then that will have a supply of 2. And as I said in the last part 2, we will eventually have storages sitting under these. So they then you don't have to have the whole lot. You can right click, I think. You say fix empty slot, which means that won't have anything put into it, no matter what. Or you can fix it to a slot to an item, so you can tell it, so i.e. these, and then it'll only have a certain amount sitting in there. But you've got to remember, when you do that, especially if it's on a building that isn't producing them, they will come to the building that makes them, take them out of it and stick it in the building that you just then fixed it to. So do remember that. Okay, so right, these have been produced already, see? So then if we come out here, press P again, I've got to keep remembering to do, we're going to want to go north to get the silicon soon, because we've got coverage of this. We need to get coverage of this one because it's got the infinite vein. So what I might do is stick I'm going to start building doubles. Right, shove that there and see if they'll actually start building it, which I don't think they will, because they're, oh, they are, yep, it's just in range. I'll let them build it. Now they're going to build a storage as well for us, which is great, because we'll eventually, the new lot of miners I'll probably send down here. Let them finish off this lot, because this will clear this area. There's nothing that's infinite here, so this will all become buildable land. This, however, won't. It'll take all the ones around it, but leave the infinite metal ore here. And then eventually we'll put buildings around it with miners on them, and they'll just mine the lot. And it's the same for this area here. See, this one's now finished mining all of the crystal chunks there. So it's going to go down to this one, so we need to put another power pole here so it covers this area. So then what you do is you click the power pole, the thing that makes the power poles, and drag one to it. And then again we make another one, wait till that comes online. There it goes. And it tells you roughly how far it is, so you look at here and you see where there isn't any of these blue power light marks, and you just get a slight overlap like that. And with a bit of luck they'll start building that. If not, I've got to put an extender on one of them. Which is one of these things. That's what they do. I don't think they're going to go for it. In which case what I've got to do, we'll leave that there for the minute. Oh, hang on, no, it is going, I think. No, he isn't. Where is he? Oh, it brought something to them. We haven't got enough worker bots. If I can make another one. Yeah, so they are seeing this thing, so it'll be built. So then that will expand around here, and then we'll have to do another one that covers this and another one that covers that. And that's how you expand your reach. Eventually you get research that makes these more, you know, wider and wireless ones. But I didn't get that far in the playthrough, so yeah, so we'll see how well this operates. There you go, so that one's got that in. Oh, picked the wrong one, storage. Tell that to go down there. Now I think we're not producing enough, yeah, so we need to do the research for power, because that will give us small solar cells, which is on those extenders. I can stick one of these on temporarily. So is that the next research? It is. So we need, oh, we've got all of those, so I'm going to now stick the research pylon back on. And get that going, because that needs chunks and reinforced plates. And that's not got any more chunks, so if we take this one down here, and when this is finished I will delete that and build a new one down here. So I'll say there, tell that its new home is there, and to go down here. We'll let that build, and then we'll start mining these, clear all this up, and then get on the infinite one. Okay, right, so tell it to mine that. It's now going to, oh, its home's not set again, it's a bit strange. It's not generating enough power because we're running out of power here. So what you do, you have to look at some of these, like that one, and turn it off. Any that are full. That's got 20 in there for the moment, so we'll turn that one off. And hopefully the load will come down. We don't need that one on, so let's turn that one off. We don't need that one on. There is a script you can make in the, I think it's in a library or somewhere. You can program them to turn off when they're full. So we'll have a look at that. But now the load is 450 and we're generating 500, so a bit of luck. These will get enough energy. Well, it's not generating enough, is it? I can't turn those off yet, because that's using the plates. I can't turn that off, or this off. So we just got to wait and see what happens. Has that generated any yet? Oh, it is slowly going up, as you can see. How many's still left in there? So let's get one of those to drag that to that, so I can demolish it. And you, come here. I want you to demolish that. Oh, it hasn't given anything, and then tell it to go back to doing what it does. Excellent, okay. It's because they all want power. That's where the problems lies. So we need 12 more chunks. So 2 in there and he's in here. I'll tell those to go in there. That should give us that research, and we can then start sticking on the doubles, not that one, but this one here. A little solar power if we can make them, that is. What do we need to make those, I wonder? It's not showing. Let's let the research come. So right, I'll come back when the research is complete and we'll see. Okay, right, we've done the research. Now we'll look at to see what's involved in building. I've demolished this little factory that I was going to here. So let's see what we need to make those. So we need 2 circuits and 10 crystal chunks. Now that's where the problem's going to lie. We haven't got enough crystal chunks, so let's see what this is going to use to mine some of these. How many have we got in there? 4, so we need 6. Will it do it? I'll get 12 of them. Oh, one more. Excellent. I'm gonna go there. Right, it's deposited those. We now will build 2 of those. Let's see if this will solve the problem. So these draw a lot of power, these fabricators. I deleted that and it knocked this right down. We've got a small stack going there and that's full almost. Excellent, okay, so that's needed some of these here. Why is it they don't grab the chunks? Come down here. I think the logic isn't working right or something on these. It seems a bit weird they don't grab them. Or it's the distance maybe, I don't know how it quite works. Because they're all connected to the logistics network. Oh hang on, no that one wasn't, there you go. That's why. So now that should go there and dump these in there. So that needs 10, so we've got a fair amount of that, 4 of those, so it should build them. What's it waiting for? It's waiting for the circuit boards which are sitting here. No, that is on, isn't it? Oh right, because you turn the power off, it disconnects them from the logistics network. Jesus, okay. I don't need circuit boards, which is going to need plates and that, right, which is doable. Right, now when these are built, I'm going to stick one and we'll see how much they give on there. Well, has that gone up any? So it's producing, oh it's night time, there you go. Didn't think of that. Right, and the next one, all of these factories here have got empty small slots, so I can just literally drag them, plonk them on, and then you'll see it fill the small slot. Because there's a medium and a small. So what we've got to do is get a factory that produces those, and then we can put one of those on each and every factory we make going forward. So I'm going to stick another one there and get that to be made. And to turn these back on. Oops. Grab one of those and stick it on there. And then tell that I want to make those. And once that starts making them, I'll fill all of these up, including itself, with them. And hopefully It doesn't, so we won't know what we're actually making until the day light comes. Our biggest problem is going to be this. Alright, so he's got enough energy now. I've got to stick another double down here. Let's say maybe there. And hopefully they'll come down and stick a pylon on it like this one. Actually, I'll cancel construction of that. Let's do another one nearer. I want it all over this thing. I'll say about there. Right. Yeah, so that's not going to produce because we haven't got any crystals. Simple as. But you drag some of those in there. Hopefully they'll start coming down and grabbing them. Is that producing anything yet? So that produces 50. Oh, that's all it supplies is 50. So that's why you need so many of them. I need another 2 for that to make. Let's make sure these are all on the network. Well, that won't be. They're on. That's off, but we've got loads. It's running out of power. What does that need? 2 and 15. Let's grab them up here. I don't fully know why they aren't taking them. Go back there, power down or something. Right. So it's got them, so turn it back on. Tell them to come down here. Drop that on there. Drop that on there. Where's it dropped those? Is it dropped on the floor or something? I got it. Did it? Well, I had 15 sitting in there. Oh, I think I found a bug. I had 15 on me. I told it to plonk them in. And there's none around here. Oh, it's stuck them in there. Oh, fuck me. Weird. Tell that to take them out of there. Go on. Doesn't that work? And then you do this. Go over there. Do that. Right, that's been built. Turn that back on. Tell that you want to drag one of those there. We've got one of those, it'll stick on itself. So we're now, how does it tell you how much you're producing? So we're storing that amount. That's how much it's used. Producing, here we go. It's 650, yes, that's the top one. But because these are all full, you won't know how much you're going to use until it gets to that stage. What I don't understand is why these bots just stop. They don't seem to understand that I've told this to go down there. So cancel order. Tell it to go on there. You go down here. And stick that thing on there. I mean, how hard is that to do? It's a bit strange, isn't it, how this works? So if I say I want the next one of those next to that, it should do it, but it doesn't, see? It's still sitting in here waiting for it to be collected. Yet you had a dashboard sod off over here. I don't know whether it's their program, the logic of it's right. It doesn't seem right. That's going to be major annoying if you've got a great big factory and these are all idling about, not doing anything. I mean, they're all set the same. It's on the network. So why aren't these picking them up? I mean, I suppose the teleport would be one thing. Come here. Alright, and then you take that off and stick it there. Alright, take it off and stick it there then. So that's got one on, that's got one on. These two haven't. Okay. Now it's reducing another one. So we're now doing 700. So a bit of luck, that will help solve that problem. So right, we now need to work on the next research, which is going to be, we've researched those two, we need to do behaviours. That needs 10 each of those, which we can do. Oh, hang on, it needs this one first, basic signal. So we'll set the research for that, and then add that to the queue, so we get those done. And then we're going to start using these energized plates to research these, which gives us the repair component which you need for obviously repairing damage to your units out in the field. The repair kit, I haven't really used that, and that's important. I mean, although this is very basic, only does one cell either side of a building. You can stick that in, and instead of having a bot manually collect something that's next to it and plonk it into it, like they're doing at the moment, that will just instantly teleport it from one to the other. So very handy. So that is definitely what we're going to go for. So yeah, so that about wraps it up for part 3. As you can see, it's a slow process, but we've expanded. We've now gone southeast a little bit, and we are slowly progressing. What I'm going to do, oh, that research is done, so it's moving on to the next. What I'm going to do, so it says basic signals. Deal with sending and receiving signals around your base. It allows your buildings and units to communicate information to each other across any distance. Great. Okay, so I'm going to now build another one of these buildings down here. So let's get it as close to, where's the infinite going? So I'm going to stick it as close as I can to one of these. Leave it one little gap, maybe put it here, so we can get power across here. That's what the plan will be. So when you're next to us, that'll be done. The warehouse is a bit far away. I might have to move it a bit nearer, somewhere around here. Yeah, and then see how it works out. We definitely need to get another miner down here, so I might have that already done when you come back. So it sorts our crystal production out. And now you'll see that we've actually got more to produce. So these are all, we've got we'll soon have the teleporter as well to do. So we've got a few extra little bits and bobs here, but the important ones is the signal reader. I think it's a signal reader. There's a behaviour component. The radar's helpful if you want to have something to scan around and pick up items, and the capacitor obviously gives it more storage. Also small batteries. Not brilliant, but they store a bit more power for us. But yeah, so that's going to wrap it up. As I say, thanks for viewing. Do subscribe and like and comment, etc. Hopefully you like what you're seeing, you know, and we can go from there. But thanks for watching, as I say, and I'll see you in part 4. Take it easy, guys.